I didn't interrupt them that night. I stood there, a husband invisible at his own table, while my wife pressed her body against another man on the dance floor. Her laugh was louder than the music. When someone asked if she was married, I heard her voice slice through me. Not really. It doesn't count when he's boring. They laughed. I just watched. My drink tasted like ash. My hand gripped the glass until the rim cracked. But my face stayed calm, still. I knew better than to bleed emotion in front of an audience. That night I decided she had already left me. She just hadn't noticed yet. We had built 10 years together. I carried her when she had nothing. I worked late shifts, saved, built a home she decorated like a queen's palace. I believed loyalty was a silent contract between us. She believed it was optional. Looking back, the signs were always there. The late nights, the sudden work dinners, the phone face down on the couch. I ignored them, because love makes you blind. But betrayal? Betrayal makes you see everything with surgical precision. When we returned from the wedding, I kissed her forehead goodnight as if nothing had happened. She thought my silence was weakness. In truth, it was the calm before the blade. While she slept, I moved silently. I had already been preparing. Months before, when I first noticed her lies, I began shifting accounts, separating assets, copying documents. Every digital footprint she left, I followed. Her phone? Mirrored. Her messages? Backed up. Her coworker? Married too, with children. I collected it all. Dates, photos, receipts. A perfect puzzle assembled in secret. I became a ghost in my own marriage. She thought she was deceiving me. I was recording her downfall. The morning after the wedding, she woke up alone. I wasn't in bed. I wasn't in the kitchen. I wasn't anywhere in that house. What she didn't know was that while she was still tangled in dreams, I was already at the courthouse, filing papers, quietly removing her from every corner of my life where her betrayal could cost me. By the time she texted me, "Where are you?" the process was already in motion. By the time she called, my lawyer was already holding a folder thick with evidence. I answered her with one sentence: "Check your email." Her scream over the phone when she opened the files was music. Screenshots of her messages, photographs of her hand on his thigh, hotel receipts in her name, even audio clips, her voice saying, "Don't worry, he'll never find out." She found out I had known everything, for months, and that every move she made only tightened the rope around her own neck. The execution was meticulous. I had her affair partner's wife on speed dial. I sent her the package first. Timing was everything. She opened it during his breakfast with their children. His life detonated before his coffee cooled. Next came my in-laws, her parents, who thought their daughter had married the perfect gentleman. They received the same evidence in a neat folder I had hand-delivered. Their silence afterward was louder than thunder. Then her job, an anonymous email to HR with screenshots of her office romance. No company tolerates affairs conducted on business trips funded by corporate accounts. She was let go within days. And finally, the divorce papers, served at her friend's baby shower in front of the same circle that had laughed with her at the wedding. I watched from my car as the color drained from her face, her friends' whispers slicing her like knives. She begged, of course, tears, apologies, confessions. She said she didn't mean it, that I was the only one who mattered. But betrayal isn't undone by tears. It stains. Permanently. I listened without expression. Her words slid off me like rain on glass. When she finally fell silent, I told her the truth. I stopped being your husband the moment you stopped being my wife. The fallout was beautiful in its precision. Her coworker lost his marriage, his children moved out with their mother, and his career stalled under scandal. She lost her job, her reputation, her financial security. And me? I walked away clean. House in my name, accounts untouched, my freedom restored. All because I played the long game. Sometimes people think revenge means rage, shouting, violence, chaos. But the most effective revenge is silence, patience, a blade sharpened slowly until the betrayer walks straight into it. She once called me boring. Now she calls me ruthless. And she's right. Because boring men don't destroy you quietly. Ruthless ones do. I don't regret a thing. She handed me the knife the night she laughed at me on that dance floor. I simply learned how to use it. Now, when I stand in the mirror, I see a man who took back control. A man who watched his world burn and built something stronger from the ashes. And she? She'll remember me every time someone asks if she's married. Because now she has to answer truthfully. Not anymore.